What are you trying to get? I hate those things, dude. When it wants to make sure you're not a robot.
This is the dumbest shit ever. This is all viejo, look.
He's like a Valley player, dude. He looks like he's 35 years old, like he plays for fucking Edinburgh or some shit.
Under junior high playing fucking Ricardo, they had mustaches.
Oh, hey, sorry, we didn't see you guys there. We're embarrassed, we're sorry. Welcome to episode... Dude, you're fucking sitting on me, dude. You got a little bit of room, dude. That's good.
Oh, my bad.
Welcome to episode 25. Wait. You got it first, dude. You did it first. You showed me up on the show.
My bad.
You fucking asshole.
I'm a chugger.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Watch the whole episode. You never know what we're going to talk about. We're going to do chingas. We're going to start with chingas like we always do. Thank you to the couple from Fremont, even though you all lost this week, and so you all didn't give anyone a chinga this week. But
yep, to my alma mater.
Yep. Chingas. There was a lot of chingas handed out this week. Beeville gave a chinga to Bishop. It was a 47-14 game. I was suspect of Bevo after they barely had any yards total against Sinton, but then they destroyed Orange Grove last week. And they're the second week in a row they're in our chingas board. Robstown gave a chinga to Progreso, 50-3. Congratulations to Robstown. Good things happening. Carroll gave a chinga to Edinburgh. I don't know how to say it. Economedes, however, 54-10. Good things happening to Carroll. I know they got a chinga themselves from GP, but GP's really good this year. You can tell Carroll's they're still on the way up, man. Regardless, but good things happening for Carroll.
Eagle Pass gave a chinga to Moody. Moody put up a goose egg on that one.
Eagle Pass has a really good team this year, though.
Yeah,
we'll talk about them later. So you understand it's not that bad a loss, but I mean it is. But
one of your favorites, Sergio, Cal Allen, Wildcats. Gave a chinga to Flower Bluff, 40-7.
Just like we knew they were. Just like Mr. Know-It-All said.
Mr. Yeah, I expected Flower Bluff to give them a little bit more fight, but
it was 10-7 for a while,
team.
and then all of a sudden we looked at the score and it was 40-7.
Yeah, I think they wore out. I think that running attack wore out that defense. I know Epi had a big game. And
their games are usually kind of close, man. I wasn't expecting that either. When it was 10-7, I was like, yeah, that's probably the way it's going to end. But
another chinga, Rivera. Seahawks gave a chinga to Benavides. I know Benavides has a young team. I think
the best. You still have the best helmets, though.
Best helmets, yeah, hands down. So
Santa Maria gave a chinga to Agua Dulce, 56-14. Sorry, Steve and your lover, man, but they got a chinga, so we had to mention it. Yorktown gave a chinga to Woodsboro, 62-18. I mean, you can tell by the chingas from the last 3 weeks of chingas what teams are going to be decent playoff teams and not necessarily. I mean, some teams just have. Alice is still going to win state, even though Vets gave him a chinga. Do you agree? Alice is going to win state.
I agree.
Thank you so much, dude. But yeah, usually by the chingas, you can tell what teams are going to be able to compete. It's different with high school football, man. I mean, some teams can get blown out 1 week and then rematch that team in the playoffs and win. It happens, man, with young kids. But yeah, those are the chingas for this week. The good matchups, that segment's going to be called Badass Matchups because it just sounds better. Badass Matchups for this week, the couple are Flower Bluff at Alice. Depending on which Alice team shows up, it's a badass matchup. If not, it's not a badass matchup. It could be a chinga next week. And I don't know if Flower Bluff's going to give Alice a chinga. Like I said on one of the forums earlier, I could see Alice winning 35-7. I could see them losing 35-7.
It could go either way, too. I mean,
yeah. Bernie and Gregory Portland. Bernie is good. I forgot. Bernie's ranked, I think, like number 6 in 4A. GP's 5A, but it's not that big a difference. I think it's Bernie's 4A D1, GP's 5A D2. Bernie beat GP last year. I think.
Did Bernie beat Flower Bluff?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Bernie beat Flower Bluff earlier in the season.
Yeah, earlier, I think first game. By what, a couple points, 1 point, something like
Yeah, just by a few points, and then GP, what was it? Calallen beat the hell out of Flower Bluff. GP barely lost to Flower Bluff.
Yeah.
I mean, excuse me, GP barely lost to Calallen. It's fuck, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll get into. We'll do picks after we talk about all the badass matchups. But Bernie and Gregory Portland's gonna be a good matchup. Another one is Somerset and Beeville, both undefeated. Beeville's ranked number 9 in the state right now. Congratulations to Coach Sosa. Adrian, you left the page a day too early, but you didn't really leave the page because we see you, dude. You're still following under Craig Berkman.
Oh yeah,
he's still following, dude. I saw it last night.
Yeah. And then I think there's another Adrian Salazar.
Is there really?
Profile has like a flag background, but
oh my god, yeah, that dude has multiple accounts. You can
accounts.
I don't know why you got triggered at the Calallen post yesterday. Calallen's not your team, dog. I mean, you're a Beeville fan. Your team's number 9 in the state right now. Like you should be representing them.
I just don't get it. We talk about Calallen. We talk about. And they throw in Miller in the mix. Like
he's always throwing in Miller. Miller has nothing to do with anything.
But hey,
I don't get it, man. And his team's ranked number 9 in the state right now. Like you should be representing your team, and you're not. You're representing Calallen and the Fugio as usual.
Yeah,
I don't get it, man. Come back, Adrian Salazar. The Miller fans want you on the page.
I think he mentioned that Vets was the number 1 team. Hands down.
Oh, that's right. He mentioned Vets was the number 1 team, hands down, but Vets lost to El Campo and Ruben Owens. I didn't even realize didn't even play that game.
And Miller beat El Campo.
Miller beat the shit out of El Campo.
Man, I don't know.
And played a conservative at the end of the game, or they could have won by even more. Damn. With Ruben Owens. And
damn it.
I don't know, man. I get it. But right now, the team to beat right now to me in this area is just probably someone like Calallen and Miller.
Yeah.
It would have been nice if they played each other. You know, Miller did challenge him, and Calallen turned it down. So I have insight into it. I know it.
GP's another one. I mean, they lost to Calallen.
GP's another one. Yeah, that was a close loss, and it was the first game of the year. And GP's another one that could play it close.
And then, so now we have Calallen at Cuero, number 4. And number 4.
Yeah, Calallen's 4AD1 and Cuero's number 4 and 4AD2.
That's going to be a good matchup. That's going to, we'll talk about the predictions later after all this.
Yeah, we'll just run down the matchups real quick and then we'll talk about them afterwards.
Then we have Robstown and Taft. That's going to be a good one. You got 3-0 Robstown. I think Taft has 1 loss, I believe, to Three Rivers last week in the shootout.
Taft, I think, is 1 and 2, but they lost to Mathis also, didn't they?
Oh, that's right. Mathis came back from behind, yeah.
Yep, but they were close losses.
Sinton and Edna, that's going to be another good matchup. Edna coming off a loss with Refugio.
I love you, Refugio. I'm not talking shit. I think Edna's better than you this year, but hats off to you because you'll find a way to win that game, even though Edna's better than you this year. So that's going to be a good matchup. And
the last badass matchup is Banquetti at Three Rivers. You got 3-0 against 3-0 Bulldogs.
His alma mater, Banquetti.
So those are all the badass matchups for this week.
He's a lot more professional than me. Banquetti's his hometown. They're 3-0. He's not really talking shit. If my team was 3-0, I'd be talking all kinds of shit about it, man. But we'll do our predictions on what we think's going to happen in those games real quick before we move on to the next segment. Flower Bluff at Alice. I don't know, man. Really, I'm not trying to play both sides. Like I said, if someone told me Alice won 35-7, I believe it. If someone told me they lost 35-7, I believe it. But since we're doing this to pick, I mean, I don't know, man. If I'm being real. Flower Bluff 21, Alice 14. I don't know what you got, man. I'm trying to keep it real here. This isn't Mr. Know-It-All stuff, joking around.
I just don't see the quarterback, Alice quarterback. He's known for being mobile. He's known for
can't do that
passing
right now.
And running. His knee, whatever issue that his knee has or whatever, that's going to hold him back a little bit. But I do have Flower Bluff winning this one. I'm going to go 21-17.
Something like that, man. Alice, you're a lot more talented this year. I give you credit.
Alice
but when you got an injury situation, you can only do so much. Hopefully that works itself out. But yeah. Bernie and Gregory Portland, it was close last year. I think GP's a lot better than they were last year. Bernie's ranked higher than they were last year, but I don't think they're as good as they were last year. I think they're ranked out of respect. I got GP winning that game like 35-14. I'm
picking GP. I don't think Bernie can stop that running back bats.
Bats.
He's gonna have a huge game. I have them winning 31-14.
And that Dooms quarterback that took over, he's only, I think, a sophomore, but he's doing a real good job, man. Yeah. Hats off to GP for having a backup plan, unlike other programs that don't have backup plans. Hashtag Alice, but at the quarterback position. But the next matchup is Somerset at Beeville. Beeville's ranked number 19 in the state right now. Somerset is where the Detmer took over. The Detmer, Coy Detmer, we played against him 1991. 1990 in high school, I was a junior, we played against him, the Detmer brother, the younger one. But yeah, he took over there after his father passed away. They're really good right now. They're 3-0 like Beeville. Beeville hasn't been tested, so they beat Sinton, man, but it's hard to judge that, man, because they had 28 yards of total offense in that game. They won because of their defense. Yeah. If I have to guess, Somerset's already tested. Beeville is only tested in the one game that there was a little. I'm gonna take Somerset, man. I'm sorry, Beeville fans. Adrian, come back to us, but excuse me.
Yeah,
man, I'm gonna go with Somerset, like something like 28-21. It's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be a good game, but it's at Beeville. I help you all a little bit, but I just think it's your first test, and they've already been tested. I don't know what you. Somerset, Beeville. Okay.
Yeah, my prediction for Somerset and Beeville, I'm gonna go with Somerset. Just I think they have the size advantage.
They got big kids
boys.
there sometimes.
Oh yeah, they got big kids there. I think they got a lineman that's like 6'6", 6'7", something like that.
Oh, that's right. They're the ones.
I've seen them on TikTok and shit. Like
they always have big kids at Somerset, man.
But yeah, man. But I think Beeville's gonna score on them. I have it. Let's go 20-14 Somerset.
Yeah, Beeville's another one that's always hard to because some teams when they haven't played Beeville in a while, or they've never played Beeville, and they see that Sosa slot T, they have trouble with it. So you never anything can happen, man. But yeah, Calallen and Cuero. Cuero's more talented easily. Calallen has like arguably the best defensive coordinator in the state. Credit Calallen. I told you, man, I always give you all credit, man. I'll joke with you all on the page. I do, not him. Don't blame him. I joke with you all. I fuck with you all. Y'all are you just have to get used to it, man, and
it's all fun and games.
And play along with it, man. You guys are like, I'm Superman. You're like my Lex Luthor of the page. That's just the way it's going to be. I'm going to always mess with you all joking around. But I'll give you all credit, man. You'll have probably arguably the best defensive coordinator in the state. So Cuero has a better talent. I don't think this is the game where... I was joking with my Mr. Know-It-All has his opinions, but I have mine. I still see Cuero winning, man. I got Cuero beating you guys like 35-21.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just being honest. I'm not trolling you guys. I think Cuero just has a lot more talent. They should beat you by more than that. But like I said, you have the best defensive coordinator in the state. So I think it says something like 35-21, a respectable score.
Yeah. And much love to Calallen. I got family members that work for the ISD and stuff like that. But I do have Cuero on this one.
You're a fucking traitor. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I would have never let you on this fucking show. Yeah.
Anyway, I got Cuero. They're just...
too talented.
I don't know. Yeah, just too talented, man. They're in it deep every year. So is Calallen, but I think I got Cuero winning something like 31-24.
Yeah, they're gonna score in the 30s, man. They're just too fucking talented, man. Then we got Robstown and Taft. Robstown's 3-0. I think Taft is 1-2 right now, but it's Robstown's first real test. They haven't played anybody as good as Taft. It's gonna be that's what makes it also hard to judge, man. Robstown hasn't played anyone like Taft. Taft's already tested. I wish it wasn't this way. I wish I could say be closer to, but I got Taft winning like 42-14, man. And there's no shame in that. What's going on in Robstown is still good. All the winning they're doing now, I mean, compared to what they were. But
I think they're 3-0 for the first time since 1997. That's what I read. I got Taft in this one. I just think the QB, the running back, I think they're going to have a big game. They can pass, they can run. I don't think anybody that Robstown has played has seen an offense like that. They've been putting up numbers against Mathis, Three Rivers,
And it's in Taft.
Home field advantage. I'm going with Taft. Sorry, Robstown. Much love to y'all's program. y'all going in the right direction. I'm going 35-17.
You're being nice. Sinton at Edna is another good matchup this week. Edna is coming off that loss to Refugio. Look, Edna has more talent than Refugio this year. I don't know how that happened. I wasn't at the game. I don't know how that. Refugio beat them by 18 points. Man, shit happens sometimes. It just does.
That speed.
Yeah,
I think that speed.
Sometimes the speed. Sometimes the coaching. Sometimes it just depends. A lot of things can factor in. I still stand behind Edna being more talented than Refugio this year, and Refugio still found a way to. The point I'm making is it's going to be a good matchup with Sinton. Just because they lost to Refugio by the 18 points doesn't mean it's Sinton's going to blow them out. But I got Sinton winning, man. I got Sinton winning like 35-21 also, about somewhere around that score, 35-21.
I don't know. I think I have Edna winning, bro. Yeah. I think I have Edna over Sinton just because Sinton doesn't have that offense that they.
Because you didn't take your medication this morning. That's right.
Maybe that's why. But man, Sin Pirates. I mean, I just have Edna. I have Edna going. I don't think Sin has that offensive power to get
You're
the
so
job
disrespectful
done.
to Sinton.
No. I mean, I'm just being honest. I mean, I think Edna pulls out the win, and it's going to be a close one, 20-14.
Next, watch out because the table might jump up from the boner this guy's about to get because his Banquetti at Three Rivers and he played for Banquetti. All state. They're 3-0. Three Rivers is 3-0. It's gonna be a good matchup. It's at Three Rivers, so right. I want to say Banquetti just because this guy's about to barbecue and he played for Banquetti and I don't want him to drop his nuts in my fucking barbecue, but. I just Three Rivers is really good this year, man. But I think it's gonna be close.
I think it is too, man. I think
it'd be a nice game to go to. I got Three Rivers like 35-28, man. I don't think it's gonna be like a bad game. I think it's gonna be a good game, a close game. But I got Three Rivers 35-28. We know what fucking side he's gonna pick without even.
I have to go with my alma mater. Let's go. Banquetti 3-0. They can run, pass. They have a good defense. I'm taking the green Bulldogs over the red Bulldogs, and I have them in a close fight. Let's go 28-26 Banquetti.
At the end of the day, everyone wins because they both have badass helmets.
Yeah, so I think it might come down to one of those either special teams or who has the ball last.
Three Rivers has a nice facilities, dude. I was there 2 years ago filming, man. The stands aren't the greatest, the press box, but the field's badass. The weight room. They have a nice little theater room where they have their meetings. It's a nice. Three Rivers has nice facilities, man. It looks like something 5A, 6A. But yeah, that's it for the Baz matchups for this week. If we left you out, sorry. We start participating more in the comment section, and we'll have better ideas of who's watching, who's not watching, who's participating. It is what it is. But all right, our next segment is a new segment we came up with, the Gridiron Demigods. It just sounds cool, so we're gonna go with it. It's like top players for the week, but like on steroids. Like for running backs, you have to have like at least 200 yards. Receivers, 200 yards. As a quarterback, at least 400 yards, like total offense. You can be rushing and passing. Y'all got to help us out with this stuff, though, because some stuff's hard to keep up with, like the defensive side. If you have 10 solo tackles in a game, we'll include you. It's stuff like that's hard to keep up with.
Yeah, drop in the comments if you have a player that did 10 tackles, 2 interceptions, caused 2 fumbles.
DBs, if you're a DB, I think 2 interceptions. If you have 2 interceptions in a game, that's good. If you're a return man, maybe 2 returns for a touchdown, whether it be a punt return or kick return, or if you have 1 kick return for a touchdown and 1 interception return for a touchdown. Either way, that's the kind of stuff you'll be included to qualify for Gridiron Demigods. The first one we have is J.J. Acosta from Taft. Had 360 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, and 135 yards rushing and a touchdown. We just started doing this, or else this guy would have been in it every week, right?
Yeah. So far, he's 3 weeks in a row.
3 weeks in a row. J.J. Acosta, that's the first one. Ethan Ibarra, the Mathis running back, had 234 yards rushing on 23 carries and 3 touchdowns. The Mathis kid, Elijah Huff for the second week in a row has over 300 yards rushing. He had 301 yards rushing with 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Yep.
Next one we have Brandon Chapa, Corpus Christi Ray. He had 208 yards rushing, 2 TDs. So,
you could tell he was going to be good when they scrimmaged Dallas. They had a talented little running back guy.
And then next we have George Acosta from Aransas Pass. This dude ran for 303 yards and 6 touchdowns, bro. That's pretty good.
Yep.
And then the last one we have for the Gridiron Demigods, my man RJ Valerio out of San Diego, Texas.
You're going to start with your San Diego shit.
This dude had 262 yards passing, 2 TDs, and then another 177 yards rushing on the ground and 4 touchdowns.
He's really good. He'll be playing somewhere next year if he wants.
So
if he wants.
He's a big kid, big boy. So good job, RJ. So those are the Gridiron Demigods for this week. I have a feeling we'll have a few repeat names next week.
Yeah, especially the Taft kid's always is always on it. But state rankings we'll go through real quick. Local teams are still state ranked. And 4A D1 is Calala number 4, and Beeville moving up to number 9. Congrats to Coach Sosa and Beeville. Second time in 4 years he has them ranked in the top 10. Someone should have never let him go. Someone should have never let him go.
Yeah.
It is what it is, man.
It's crazy, man. Yep. 4A Division 2, you got Cuero staying strong at the number 4 spot.
Yep, their matchup with Calhoun's going to be pretty good. 2A D1, we have 2 school shiners at number 4, Fui's number 6. We'll get to see them play probably twice this year, so that'll work itself out. But it's all good, man. Those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 locals are ranked in the top 10 in state right now. Give it a few more weeks, and Alex will be number 1 in the nation. But we'll see how it plays out. It's not going to happen. But that's the state rankings for now. Next, we'll go to the surprising 3-0 and 0-3 teams. We'll keep doing this until there's none left, but there's always going to be something. But surprising 3-0 to start off will be someone like Ray, Corpus Christi Ray. They haven't played anybody really, really, really good, but you still got to give. I mean, 3-0 is better than 0-3. You still got to give credit. Ray hasn't won more than 2 games since 2018, so seeing them start off 3-0 is pretty good. But they have Miller next, so. Yeah. They do have a good defense, though. I don't think Miller's going to score like 60 points on them or something like that. That's not one of our matchups. We're not going to get into predictions for that, but I don't think that they'll make it to 4-0. They're not going to beat Miller. But they do have a pretty good defense. They had a couple interceptions off Alice in the scrimmage. So Miller, you never know, but I don't see Miller beating Miller. But 3-0 is a good way to start off.
Then next you have the Rapstown Cotton Pickers, 3-0. They haven't been 3-0 since 1997. So I think they haven't won, three games since 2016, something like that. And then I think they've only had 2 10-win seasons back in the 50s, 60s.
In their entire history, they've only won 10 games twice.
So, hats off to, like I said, the coaching staff doing a great job. Big test for them at Taft. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, they're 3-0. I did like Ray. I don't see them making it to 4-0. It is what it is. But it's still 3-1's not bad. But 3-0 for now is good. Faust 3-0. Congrats to Ruben Garcia. I know he follows the page. I think Facebook and Twitter. Every once in a while he'll comment or something. It's been a while. Ruben, start commenting. We want to do a foul game too this year. We like your little stadium got there. Faust 3-0, and they've only won 3 games once since 2016. That was 2019, so that's good for them. They have Aransas Pass next, so there's a good chance they start off 4-0. Aransas Pass does have that kid that just ran over 300 yards, but
6 TDs. So that's going to be interesting to see if they can.
Also have Foul the favorite in that game, so there's a good chance you all start off 4-0 Foul after you have been. I think you were 1-9 and 0-10 the last couple of years, but they were rebuilding, so it's good to see the rebuilding process is working. Trust the process, how they say. But so 3-0 is good for them. You can do 0-3 if you want to start off, and then I'll just jump in. But
the next thing we're going to talk about is the surprising 0-3 teams. This is very surprising. I guess the team I'm about to say, we had a lot of fans on there. I don't know.
They're disappeared. Boys got to see ya and the other fucking Calhoun people.
Yeah, I think one of them. Who's the one that wanted to bet lunch all the time?
Oh, that's right.
Somebody wanted to.
I think it was him and his friend.
Yeah.
There was two of them, dude.
Let's bet lunch. Let's bet lunch. But okay, so Port Lavaca, Calhoun, Sand Crabs. That's very surprising. But I want to say in the beginning of the season, one of their fans said something about their young team rebuilding or whatever. But
they look young. I saw part of their game on YouTube against Sinton.
Man, it's just real surprising. You always see Port Lavaca with that triple option, just taking it to people, man. And
I saw part of that game though. I thought I was watching a JV team. But
so, yeah, that's that number one surprising team.
That's not an insult. I'm just you all look young. Come back to the page, guys.
Come back.
The two Victoria programs are also 0-3. I didn't expect that. On paper, 0-6 looks bad between the combination of the two. It's just I predicted you guys were both going to make the playoffs this year. You still could. Like none of these losses matter. It's non-district, but and a couple of the losses were to really good teams. Like West lost last week to Alice, and Alice is probably going to win state.
Yeah, that's one way to look at it.
They're not, but you know what? I've had a few beers, but seeing the two Victoria programs 0-3 each, they're not playing. Respect though, you could have put scrubs on your non-district schedule like a lot of teams do, just so you can start off with 3-0, but they didn't. They played some decent opponents, but it's still, man, all the talent they have there in Victoria. I've said in a lot of older shows, dude, I just don't understand what's going on in Victoria, dude. They have so much talent. Your numbers are low. Why are your numbers so low, man? Your varsities I see like maybe 30 kids on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Y'all are big programs to not have that many kids, man. But
that's where it can hurt you, depth-wise. Like, you need to rotate, the defensive line, the defense, especially when...
Yeah, so that's it for the 0-3s. Before we get into like our closing remarks and stuff like that, we want to at least run off maybe the top three statistical leaders in each category. Between 5A and 4A, the top rushers are Elijah Huff from West Oso. He's got 706 yards and 12 touchdowns in 3 games. Brandon Chapa from Ray has 428 yards. No touchdowns yet, though. You got to get him the ball close to the end zone. Diego Garza from Orange Grove has 393 yards in 2 games, and 2 touchdowns. So those are the top 3 rushers from 5A and 4A.
Let's do the passing yards, the top 3 passing players in the area. Derek Silva out of Robstown has 853 yards passing and 8 touchdowns. So good job for Robstown right there.
Good to see Robstown at the top of rankings in anything, man.
You got Jackelson Ingleside. He has 675 yards passing and 8 touchdowns. And then you have Braden Brown for sitting right behind him, sitting at 672 yards and 4 touchdowns.
He's the one that got injured, I think, in the first game, so he didn't even complete the first game. Top 3 wide receiving yards for the area are Joe D. Luna from Robstown, another Robstown kid. He has 367 yards and 3 touchdowns. Right behind him is Lonnie Atkinson from Miller, 325 yards and 7 touchdowns in only 3 games. I had 1 touchdown my senior year and a 2-point conversion. Ross Dubose from GP, number 3, at 308 yards and 4 touchdowns. That's the top 3 receivers locally from 5A, 4A. We'll go to the 3A, 2A, 1A. 1A is not really. We'll go 3A and 2A now. Is that when it starts with?
Yeah, right here.
Okay.
Let's do Class 3A, 2A in private schools rushing. We got Rene Martinez from FAO. He has 588 yards rushing with 3 touchdowns. We have Ethan Ibarra.
I was supposed to share a video of him the other day. Someone sent us a video of one of his plays, and I forgot. Sorry, we'll share it.
Mathis kid?
The Fatfurias kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ethan Ibarra, Mathis, 506 yards and 4 TDs. And then you got Andrew Christian Fremont, right behind him
of the Chinga.
At 541 with 8 touchdowns. Yeah, the birthplace of La Chinga.
And the 3A, 2A in private schools top passers are JJ Acosta, of course, of Taft, has 1,250 yards in only 3 games. That's badass. I shouldn't say this because I'm not. I think he's only a junior, right? I think that kid has another year, man. I could be wrong, but I think he has another year. 1,250 yards and 11 touchdowns in only 3 games. Ace Navarijo from London. I shouldn't mention your name, dude, until your mom gets us on that Z95 show. Get us on that Z95 show the way K99 has us, and we okay, but we'll give you respect. Ace Navarijo from London has 655 yards and 6 touchdowns. Kalen Brown from Refugio has 586 yards and 4 touchdowns. It's all good, man. We got next receivers receiving.
We got receiving. So top 3 receivers in the area: Josh Juarez out of Taft, with his quarterback having big numbers. This kid's gonna have big numbers too. 566 yards rush or receiving with 7 touchdowns. You got Derek Lancaster out of Three Rivers, 344 yards receiving and 6 touchdowns. And then you got a kid, last name Vidal, out of San Diego, Texas, 284 yards receiving and 3 touchdowns.
So those are the top 3 offensive. Top 3 offensive leaders in each category. 5A and 4A, and then 3A and 2A. But once again, thank you to Card Times for taking the time to come up with all these stats that we just steal. Thank you. Hey, but I pay the monthly thing. I pay the monthly thing to be able to see all these things. Exactly. So it's all good.
Mm-hmm. You help us, we help you.
Exactly. We will help you if you get us involved in your. We'll work for your newspaper, man. We're good guys. As a season, it's too early to start doing episodes on things playing out, like where we know who's going to finish here. District hasn't even started. Eventually, the shows get more interesting when we do that. As district games start happening, and we know who looks like they might finish first, second, third, this and that. But for now, though, this is it, and we thank you guys for following the page. And I don't know if you have any closing thoughts. You want to say something about Banchetti, dude?
Banchetti Bulldogs going to get the victory.
There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. He's a Banchetti alum. He was All-State. Once again.
And who was my coach again?
Brent Davis.
There you go.
You hear that? Marty Mummy? He's getting so excited if he's watching this, dude.
Hey, we should do an episode, man. I can we could do like a Brent Davis episode where I can talk about all the stories and how he turned the programs around.
We can, man. We can have some bullshit episodes where we just talk about nonsense, random stuff. If anyone ever wants to come on the show, we keep inviting. No one wants to come. It's laid back here. We're laid back guys. Yeah. We're cool. He's in the bar. We're about to barbecue. We're about to barbecue after we film this episode. Beer. Everything's chill, man. Sometimes we play a part on the page, but it's all good, man. We're just trying to have fun with it, man. We're cool guys. We're laid back guys. Come hang out here at his house. I'm inviting you to his house. Like if I have permission.
Come on down, man. Whoever wants to come down, and we have a 3rd microphone, we have a 4th microphone. Whoever wants to come down, it's all fun. Talk about football. It's
South Texas Football Unlimited. Watch them also. Pay attention to them. Their show's a little more serious than us. It's good. It's all professional. If that's what you all want. We like watching them also. They're good with what they do. Excuse me.
Are they still after Pete's Chicken, or
I don't know. I think they haven't tagged Pete's Chicken in a while. Pete's Chicken, if you're watching, hook them up, man. They want you all to sponsor.
I can get Barreras from Robstown.
Robstown's bad. Fuck Pete's Chicken. If they're not responding, fuck Pete's Chicken, man.
So.
Go to churches if you have to. Anything's better than nothing. But it's all good. And then any of you guys watching, if you guys ever want to be in an episode. Like I said, man, we're not like I'm not the asshole I pretend to be on the page. I just like to have fun, joke around. Come hang out with us here at my friend's house. We'll barbecue like we're about to do, like we said. It's all good, man.
Yeah. Let's just talk about. We're just passionate about high school football. I mean,
if you're a single woman, he's married, but I'm desperate. Come hang out with us. It's all good. It's all good, man. All of you just have fun with us the way we have fun, and it's all good, man. Thank you guys for following the page.